Awesome. Okay. So I've set up this leadership cafe really as a way of creating an opportunity to share some of my leadership knowledge and skills, but also to share what it is I see leadership as. And that's through the leadership tree, which is why it's called the Leadership Tree Leadership Cafe, as I discussed a couple of weeks ago. But what I really wanted to share today was what's at the heart of the leadership tree. And what's at the heart of the leadership tree is you, who you are, and how aware you are of who you are. Because it's by understanding who we are, where we're coming from, what motivates us, that we actually start to see that in others. Because until we start to be curious about ourselves, we don't have that curiosity for others. And whether it's as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a leader in education, or as a leader in any environment, having a self-awareness creates awareness of others, and it's empowering. And so this is the way that we move forwards. And so the heart of the leadership tree is love, is passion, is humility, is this skill of listening with nothing on your mind. No, what I need to say next, no interjection, no purpose other than to truly listen. Because when we listen, we truly connect. When we connect, we see the other person and we can see the bigger picture. Somebody shared on LinkedIn this morning, and actually maybe on Facebook this morning, a story of a leader who was purely going by policy and not creating space for listening. And afterwards realized that the decisions that they'd made had no humility in them, had no compassion in them, and actually weren't really worth the decision making. Because we work with people, and people are not as simple as a policy. So this is where I used to say as a teacher to people, you know, and this one's about boundaries. And I used to say about have your boundaries and be in control of them. But boundaries are elastic. Allow people to stretch them and it breaks. But be in control of them so that they make sense. Don't be rigid. Be flexible. Be compassionate. And when we do this, we create a culture where well-being is the natural state. We don't have to work at it. We don't have to have policies around it. We don't have to have well-being days. We don't have to have activities and interventions. It's the natural state. And it's effortlessly maintained. And it's part of who we are. There's ease and flow in that. So this is why the leadership tree and why I want to lead this cafe from that purpose.